Anybody want a jawbreaker?
Do you remember Ed, Edd, and Eddy, sir?
Gonna break your jaw. Jawbreaker, jawbreaker.
Welcome to Nowhere to Land, where I, Dewey, just got done watching Ed, Edd, and Eddy, and that shit rocks! Actually, better put, the D-Man mastered TV formula. That's right, mastered it. This show was way smarter than you remember, and I can prove it. I know why you like this show, why you remember it so fondly. This show is a playbook for the 5 steps of mastering formula. Number 1, standing on business. Standing on business is what I like to call this first step. Danny Antonucci was a rock star in animation. Dude had no interest in doing things the normal way. He was working on some really weird stuff. Yep, that guy right there. Yes. And then this guy had an idea. A good idea. So he went to Nickelodeon and said, "Hey, do you want to make Ed, Edd, and Eddy?" And Nickelodeon said, "Sure. Except we want all of it." And they meant it. They wanted full creative control. And Danny Antonucci went, "No, sir. Nope, not gonna happen." So he went off to Cartoon Network, and they gave him the control he needed. Step 1 to making sure your idea works is believing in your idea meaningfully, standing by it when it's not so easy. It's your idea. If you allow others to change it in a way that does not fit your vision, it will not work. Danny Antonucci believed in the Eds to the point where he turned down offers. It's his vision, and that word is gonna be very important. Number 2, ugly punk. Ugly punk.
Why the fuck you looking at me when you said that? Why the fuck? I'm not ugly. Am I ugly?
Step 2 to mastering formula, especially in the television space, is finding your tone. Tone is what pervades Ed, Edd, and Eddy. It makes it Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Those squiggly lines, squiggle vision, the alive look this show has, that's part of its tonality. Ed, Edd, and Eddy thrives on kineticism, on kid energy. It is about chaos, and every single decision made on the show is to support that tonality. The way the lines are drawn, the hand-drawn animation, the character design. Look at how clean something like this is. That you can't hear that character speak, can you? If you know what he sounds like, you can. But if you don't, well, you have no idea. But this, you know what this sounds like, or at least how weird it's going to sound. That's the tonality that pervades Ed, Edd, and Eddy. And those decisions are numerous. Adults are rarely ever seen, for instance. This world is filled with exaggerated shapes. Physics change like a Looney Tunes cartoon. Everything matches the energy it wants to exude at all times. Find your tone. It's important to mastering formula on TV and writing in general.
Wait. Look, you're pretty fucking ugly, bro. How's it feel? Not good, eh? Not good. I'm not ugly, take it back.
Number 3, narrative formula. Now we hit exactly where you expected us to land. Narrative formula. This is probably the foundation of what you think of as, well, formula. And Ed, Edd, and Eddy's smart. It picks one object, a MacGuffin, that essentially becomes the entire show's formula. The Jawbreaker, which, as you can see here, I'm about to win right now, dude. This is a little bit more genius than you think. A single, hyper-specific, very nostalgic treat. It gives our characters simple, universal motivation. It allows for infinite comedic premises. It creates a consistent structure, and because of its simplicity, it allows it to expand beyond that, so it doesn't become repetitive. And this simple scam helps reveal character, which is really important, dude, if you're gonna talk about narrative formula. Ed is the id, chaos, primal urges. Double D, the super ego. Eddy, the ego. It fits character archetypes nicely. I don't like this game one bit. We're moving on.
It's time for What's Wheels Watching. What I've been watching is Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. I thought it was prudent, given the theory that Ed, Edd, and Eddy takes place after the apocalypse, and that is why you do not see pretty much anything out of the cul-de-sac.
Number 3, funky music. Pink boy.
I'm a big believer in that 50% of the experience of watching visual media is the sound. And that's really important to formula because it also helps foundationalize and establish tonality. And the music in this show is bananas good. Oh my god, I love it. It is one of the most distinctive scores in all of animation. This 1940s swing, jazz, big band, slapstick orchestration, it's incredible. It is so weird and lovely, and it adds, as always, to the circular nature of formula. It fits the action, the character design, the drawing, it's right on cue with everything else.
Oh my god, are we almost done? Get out of me. Number 5. Respect.
But every circle needs to close, and the 5 ways to establish formula and do it perfectly, like at Ed and Eddy, to mastering formula, is to respect your show and characters, and finish it. Ed and Eddy finds depth without preaching. It doesn't teach, it doesn't moralize, doesn't have, the very special episode where someone passes away. It's about childhood as chaos, the misunderstandings, the pettiness, big emotions over small things. And that's what these Eds are experiencing. Childhood. It's weird. And it's important that they're treated as people. And in this show's finale, one of the best in animation, we get that. Closure for Eddy. The reveal of Eddy's brother. A rare moment of the cul-de-sac coming together. The MacGuffin becomes belonging, and we see it. We feel good about where we leave these characters because its creator loved them, and we can see that. He respected them as people. Formula doesn't work if you don't have a passion for what you're writing because it repeats itself. Without that passion, you won't have anything to put on the page, or anything that matters, of course. Respect it and finish it, whatever it is, whoever you're writing. Ed, Edd n Eddy wasn't just a cartoon, it was a statement. A final protest in opposition of an industry moving in a different direction. Proof that you can keep the narrative staples of animation and still be fresh. A squiggly, rough punk scream that feels more prescient now than maybe ever before. It may sound weird if you didn't watch this show or just seen it for the first time, but this is what artists should strive for. A formula of their making. Turns out, what's in your head might be pretty cool if you're willing to put it out there.